TLC isn't named the Learning Channel for nothing, as pretty much all of its shows educate viewers, often about people with unorthodox lifestyles. From hoarders to polygamy to teen pregnancy, no topic is off limits. And there's a reason My 600-Pound Life remains one of the network's most popular offerings to date since its 2012 premiere. Every episode of My 600-Pound Life chronicles a year in the life of a morbidly obese individual as they struggle to lose weight with the help of Dr. Now, a respected surgeon and specialist in the field. In most cases, participants of the series find that their weight loss journey is as mentally grueling as it is physically, as they are often pushed to their limit to prove they are committed to making these lasting lifestyle changes. At the beginning of their episodes, participants weigh up to 600 pounds with the exception of some outliers who weigh much more. Where Are They Now follow-up episodes begin filming 12 months after the original episodes aired. Although there have been plenty of happy endings for the formerly obese participants, others have suffered health complications or, in the worst-case scenario, died after going back to their old ways. Yuna Nazardan is the Iranian-American surgeon now known as Dr. Now, in charge of getting patients into shape via continuation of diet, exercise, and sometimes gastric bypass or gastrectomy surgery. Some viewers may think that surgery is an easy way out for the participants, but nothing could be further from the truth, as these procedures come with strict before and after regimes. Dr. Now also believes in counseling and therapy sessions so that his patients can figure out the root of their food addiction. At first, My 600-Pound Life was a 5-part miniseries that featured a handful of patients, but by popular demand, more episodes and follow-ups were filmed. Season 1 was aired from 2004 to 2011, but TLC changed the format to provide viewers with regular and varied content. During the show's 8th season, some patients were filmed for just half a year, whereas in Season 5, the episodes doubled in length to 2 hours. Viewers can also enjoy additional facts and unseen footage in the extended and supersized recap episodes. Bariatric surgery is a costly procedure which isn't covered by American health insurance. However, Dr. Now doesn't charge participants to appear on the show. In fact, they're paid $1,500 by TLC and offered $2,500 to cover expenses if they need to relocate to Texas, where Dr. Now works. The surgeon made it clear that he's more concerned about helping his patients than earning money from them, stating in an interview, "We don't need to worry about making a living out of every patient we see." Lashanta White's episode was included in Season 7 of My 600-Pound Life and started off rather depressingly. When filming commenced, she had been bedridden for 2 years and relied on her 4 children to feed and clean her. Her boyfriend, JT, was also present. But unlike her brood, he didn't seem particularly thrilled about the ambitious weight loss journey on which Lashanta was embarking. Despite seeing his girlfriend suffer from numerous health complications, JT never encouraged her to shed the pounds. And by the end of the episode, JT and Lashanta had broken up because he disapproved of her slimmer physique. And, more importantly, of the newfound freedom Lashanta was enjoying, now that she could move by herself and didn't need to depend on anyone. Many viewers of Lashanta's episode were rooting for the bubbly single mother and wanted to see her succeed after a difficult childhood and harrowing life circumstances. These days, Lashanta advertises herself on social media as a jingle queen and ghostwriter who writes and sells custom songs, which she then posts on Instagram and TikTok at the request of fans. Although Lashanta doesn't work with any online brands that we know of, she's also looking to branch out into that field and charges fans $35 to post a promotional photo of them on her Instagram. Meanwhile, her custom songs sell for $75 and $100, and for the low price of $55, fans can also have Lashanta sing happy birthday to them in a video and post it on her profile. Viewers of My 600-Pound Life are happy to see Lashanta thrive, as her weight loss journey has been anything but easy. When meeting Dr. Now for the first time, the reality TV participant learned that she would be unable to undergo weight loss surgery unless she proved she was serious about implementing significant changes in her lifestyle. Despite the occasional setback, Lashanta shed 133 pounds, about 60 kilos in less than a year, so as to qualify for gastric bypass surgery. Although Lashanta was left disheartened after JT left her, she stuck to her guns and continued to eat healthily and work out. As her close friend Missy said, "Maybe you needed him to leave so you can concentrate, focused on your goal." The decisive factor in JT and Lashanta's split was when the latter chose to move to Texas to work more closely with Dr. Now. Seeing how seriously Lashanta was taking her permanent weight loss plan, JT felt threatened and tried to guilt trip and intimidate his girlfriend so as to keep her close, but to no avail. Thankfully, Lashanta never looked back and is now doing better than ever. The author and TV personality Dr. Now was born in Iran in October 1944 and is a specialist in vascular and bariatric surgery. My 600-Pound Life has been his passion project since the early 2000s and is the doctor's best-known work. But he's also published books on weight loss, including Last Chance to Live and The Scale Does Not Lie, People Do. Previously, he toured Texan theme parks with the aim of promoting healthy lifestyles to a younger audience. Dr. Now, who graduated with a Doctor of Medicine from the University of Tehran at 26 years old, is of Assyrian heritage. He then relocated to the US, where he took part in St. Louis University's medical orientation program and did a rotating surgical internship in Michigan's St. John Hospital. Dr. Now's other TV appearances include cameos in Half Ton Dad, Half Ton Mum, and Half Ton Teen, 3 episodes of the Body Shock series. He's currently affiliated with Houston Obesity Surgery and practices at hospitals in the area. Amazingly, Dr. Now has found the time to publish papers on obesity and laparoscopy, which have been cited hundreds of times by his peers. Despite My 600-Pound Life having thousands of longtime fans, not much is known about Dr. Now's personal life. He married Dolores Redmond in 1975, but divorced almost 30 years later for unknown reasons. Of the couple's 3 children, one is a producer and director of My 600-Pound Life, whereas the other 2 have pursued different careers and have no social media presence. In April 2022, various news outlets reported that Dr. Now had been fired from My 600-Pound Life after being hit with numerous lawsuits from disgruntled patients. The insurance company paying for Dr. Now's services also allegedly cut ties with the surgeon, leaving the show and its latest patients in an awkward situation. Apparently, the participants were given 2 options: move states and be operated on by another surgeon, or be operated on by the doctor who was working out of Dr. Now's practice at the time. However, months later, it was revealed by Dr. Now's son Jonathan, who just happens to be the founder and president of the company behind My 600-Pound Life, that the surgeon hadn't been fired from the show. After a lengthy wait, fans of the reality series got to enjoy the season 11 premiere in February 2023. It's safe to say that Dr. Now isn't going anywhere. Obesity is a medical condition that has been classified as a disease by the American Heart Association, the American Medical Association, and other medical societies. Individuals with obesity have excess body fat, which often has a negative impact on their health and, in extreme cases, can result in death. Individuals are classified as obese when their body mass index is over 30, whereas those with a BMI between 25 and 30 are classified as overweight. It's important to note that some East Asian countries calculate obesity using lower values. Some of the many conditions and diseases linked to obesity include obstructive sleep apnea, osteoarthritis, certain types of cancer, and cardiovascular diseases. There are also socioeconomic, environmental, and individual causes to obesity such as mental disorders, medications, endocrine disorders, and genetic susceptibility. With that said, a poor diet and lack of physical activity are the most common factors. Obese individuals find it particularly challenging to maintain weight loss in the long term, as there is no one-size-fits-all method for controlling the condition. The first steps to treat obesity recommended by health professionals are exercise and a clean diet. Medications can also be used to decrease fat absorption or reduce appetite. If a combination of medication, diet, and exercise doesn't work, weight loss surgeries such as gastric balloons can help reduce the length of the intestines and stomach volume, thus making individuals feel full earlier. Although obesity is stigmatized in most parts of the world, in the past it was viewed favorably and considered a symbol of fertility and wealth. As of 2015, there are 600 million obese adults and 100 million obese children around the world, and the condition remains high on the list of preventable causes of death. Obesity increases the risk of many mental and physical conditions. Metabolic syndrome is a combination of medical disorders, which includes high blood pressure, high triglyceride levels, high blood cholesterol, and diabetes mellitus type 2. Studies have shown that obese individuals are more likely to develop long COVID, whereas the CDC found obesity to be a strong risk factor for severe COVID-19 illness. The condition comes with two types of health consequences: those caused by an increased number of fat cells, and those caused by the effects of increased fat mass. Increased fat can also lead to insulin resistance, while creating a prothrombotic state and a pro-inflammatory state in the individual's body. Perhaps due to rising obesity rates, an influx of weight loss shows flooded our screens in the early 2010s. With that said, reality shows such as The Biggest Loser had already been popular since the mid-2000s, created by Ben Silverman, Man Coops, and Dave Broom. It was innovative at the time due to its competitive format. From its 2004 premiere until 2016, the show aired on NBC, before being picked up by USA Network 4 years later. In each season of the show, obese and overweight contestants participate in a 30-week competition to see who can lose the most, with the help from trainers, who with medical personnel on the show, are responsible for creating nutrition and workout plans for the contestants, who are grouped into teams of 3. Every episode features challenges and temptations. Contestants can be given special privileges for winning challenges, such as immunity from being voted off the show. At the end of each week, the teams are all weighed to see how much they've lost. The team that has lost the least percentage of weight during the week loses a member via a voting system. Obviously, the voting system is bypassed if there is only one member left on the team. After a few weeks, the teams are dissolved and it becomes a one-on-one competition amongst the remaining contestants. Other popular weight loss shows include From Fit to Fat to Fit, in which personal trainers team up with obese individuals and gain weight to then lose it together, and Supersize versus Super Skinny, in which underweight and obese individuals swap diets for a week. My 600-Pound Life still remains one of the most popular shows in the genre, and ranks at the 98.6th percentile of reality shows.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.